Hey, morning folks, and welcome back. Well, this morning, my mission, I'm going to walk around St. John's. And I'm going to take it from here, right up at Independence Avenue. And I think I'm going to get down to as far as Rat Island and keep on the western side there, down to the market, and back to my starting point right here. So follow me as I walk along St. John's, and I'm starting out from Independence Avenue. It's going to be a pretty long walk. It's like a hike, hiking around St. John's. Yeah, and it's nice in the morning here, cool. We had a little sprinkle pass by. So, just join me as I walk along around the city of St. John's. This is Redcliffe Street. That's Redcliffe Street. Yeah. Traffic is getting quite busy. Today's a Saturday morning, but makes no difference as I see in the week. So let me keep out of their way a little bit and walk along this pavement right here. I'm also using a Rode Go-To wireless mic, so that will filter any wind noise and probably any other scratchy sound that will be coming through this audio. And right here is the Treasury building. And this is St. Mary Street now. We have a cruise liner in the harbor. I can see it way down at the bottom there. I'll get close to it a little later. And this is the old Spanish Main. Used to be a restaurant right there. And this building here is the APUA Utilities Administration office right here. So as I tog along, yeah, I'm going to give you a little description of what I know about the place. Little historical background sometimes. Don't know all of it, but I can give you a little detail of my walk and talk. I'll show it. This is High Street, and that is the Social Security building. It's under abandonment because of complaint about internal issues. So it's there and up for probably repair, refurbishment, and back to use again. So, yeah. Punching me out the road. So let me go along again, and right across here. Look as if I'm going to do a lot of talking this morning. So right across here is the Antigua Recreation Ground. I've seen many great cricketers inside here. Watched many great cricket matches. I'm not going to call no name because I might just be biased and call West Indian cricketers only, because those are the ones that I can remember. But yeah, right inside here. Big score. Brian Lara, Andy Roberts, Michael Holden, Greg Chappell, Ian Chappell, I think Bobby Simpson too. And all those Australian players, Indian players, like Chandrasekhar. I'm not going to go any further. So, yeah, and this is Long Street. This is Long Street, folks. This is Long Street, and then on Long Street, connected to Factory Road. So yes, right here was the Factory Road end of the Antigua Recreation Ground. And it's old Catholic church here, abandoned. They don't have service here anymore. So, as I move along, this is Church Street, folks. They call this Church Street. You know what? Maybe they had a right to call it Church Street because down there, it's running through the burial ground of the St. John's Cathedral, right down to the sea. And I will get down there if the energy is right and my body can keep it up. So, as I move along, yes, as I move along right here, these are some mahogany trees. I think what I can say about these trees, they are under punishment from the time they renovate and build up this recreation ground and make these windbreaker seat possible inside there. They didn't care about the trees and they encroach on the space of the trees, so now the trees can't get any water, so they're dying slowly. And these are the most expensive trees in Antigua, the mahogany tree. They're easy to grow and they have been destroyed. Along the street they destroy a lot of trees. So here we have the eastern gate of the government house. Yes, this was the governor of the Leeward Island resident back in the day. And here is where Governor Park partially met his demise when they attacked him in 1710. Right in this property here, they attacked Governor Park and burned down Government House. So, Governor Park was one of those notorious leaders, and he was disliked among many planters, and they attacked him. After he was ruthless with them, they attacked him and left him in the street to die. So, this was the place in 1710. Okay, and this is the other side of the Antigua Recreation Ground. Yes, so as I said, today's Saturday and the place is a little bit busy. I did some driving before of these areas, but drive through, you miss a lot of stuff. You just drive and pass through. So now I'm giving you a little detail of exactly the surrounding, bringing it to you a little bit slower, steadier, and that encouraged me to talk a lot also. And between there is the academy school for the boys. And yeah, so this is a peek of inside the government house. Nice lawn, one of the best kept garden in St. John's. So right inside there is where it is. Yeah. Can't beat that. Lovely. Well groomed, well kept. Okay, so yes. So I'm going to take my stroll to the north side here. Yes, and then I'm going to go right out to cross Cemetery Road here, or Friesel Road. Then I'm going to take you down to Rat Island. So I'm going to go down to Dickenson Bay Street. I'm going to go down to Dickenson Bay Street, or Back Street. And I'm going to take you down to Rat Island. So this wireless mic, you know what it's doing? All that noise from the traffic, I think my voice is just overriding it. So you will hear me very clearly. So this is Cross Street ended right there. And pick up from Cross Street along this roundabout is the Friesel Road. So I'm going to go out a bit on the Friesel Road and then down to Rat Island area. And down there are some development. So we will see more of it. What I did, I make sure that I have enough space and enough battery life to last me for almost maybe about 4 hours non-stop. So as we move along, I'm only 11 minutes into this walk. I know I've been doing a lot of walking lately, so this should come like a piece of cake. It's like cake walking. So, but I'm keeping out of the traffic anyway. Yeah. Keeping out of the traffic. Here is ABS radio and TV right here. That's where they're located. And this is St. John Street. St. John Street, folks. I'm still in the city. It's like I'm walking the city limit, the perimeter of the city. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm going to try and go over to the other side right now so that I can just make my left turn. Try to keep my walk as smooth as possible so we can have a steady video. Shooting in 4K, 60 frames per second, that's my setting. So here's another roundabout, and from this way the sun is coming up, so it will get a little overexposed there, and that's looking southwards, and I'm going to head westward now. And here is the Dickenson Bay Street, or Back Street. So now I'm going down Back Street, and this should take me right down to Rat Island. Rat Island was a little piece of the island in the harbor back in the day, and it was used for many purposes. At one time it was a military base, then it became a lunatic asylum, or the leprosy asylum, so to speak, and then it became, in the 1960s, it became the port of entry for cargo ship. And there's a place down there they used to call Wash Hand Basin. We're gonna cross all that. We're gonna cross all that area there, because now it's one piece of island now, They did some reclaim of land and put it together. So now down there is where we have all the containerized goods coming in. And this is the road most of those goods travel on before they get to you. So this is a very busy thoroughfare at times like Christmas especially. They always containerize rig on this road here. So that's another road you have to really watch out for. Yeah. Nice look at the cathedral steeple over there. So I'm way over on Back Street and I can still see it. You know, I wanted to do this walk a long time ago, but I didn't feel I have every aspect of it planned out right and which direction I should start from. And this compound over here, that is the Princess Margaret Secondary School, built in 1955, boys and girls secondary school. So, right there it is. I think they host about maybe at least 1,000 students over there. So, it's one of the most populated schools in Antigua. And across here is the Spring Garden Moravian Church property. The Moravian arrived here in Antigua in 1756 from St. Thomas. And they come right here at Spring Garden and then they set up churches in the other parishes. So here is the United Brethren, the Spring Garden Moravian Church. Right here. And to tell you that I'm also a Moravian. I was baptized or christened at Cedar Hall, Moravian in the year 1959. So, yeah, I'm a member of this church. I have my certificate to prove that. So there's nothing else that they can't even read me out of the church anyway, because that's where I was christened, have my certificate. Lifetime certificate anyway. Better than your birth certificate, I must tell you. There's more information on that certificate than your birth certificate that you get from the government. The church gives you a certificate to tell you all the details. As a matter of fact, you register with the church before the government during the day. So, that was a little piece of the Moravian history there. And this is the Princess Margaret School play field, cricket field, football, any kind of sports there. That's probably where they will go and exercise their wisdom. And yeah, so as we move along, I told you I can show you more as we go along. That is St. George's Street over there, or St. George Street. And this is an old water tank catchment for the Spring Garden. And I think it's still in use. Look like it's still in use today. Oh yeah. So I want to move along on Back Street. Going well so far, undisturbed. Don't expect to get any disturbance anyway. And if I'm confronted, I'll just walk away. That's my plan at all times when I'm taking picture or shooting video. If I'm confronted, I will walk away and leave it for another day. Reminds me of old fallen fighters. Raise and take your stance again. He who fights and run away, live to see another day. And just leave those heathen right there. That's a little quote from Brother Bob. Yeah, and the air is so fresh and nice this morning, yeah. Breathable. It's a clean atmosphere here. No pollution to think about. Only the streets are a little dirty. Need to be swept regular and cleaner. Other than that, things are good. Morning. Yeah, and this is down between the point area now. I'm going down to Rat Island. Yeah, Rat Island or the Deepwater Harbor, same area. Yeah, so that's over in Villa area there at Attil Street right there. And I think this street here over in the point is the Wapping Lane Street. Yeah, so yes. Yeah, you can see part of the ship right over there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get close to it after I take my spin down to Rat Island. Rat Island was the place for, or the docking station also for the cruise liner up until the early 90s, until they start to build some pier in St. John's Harbor to accommodate larger cruise liner. So the Rat Island has done tremendous service to Antigua. And they built the Deepwater Harbor there in 1965, I believe they started. Yes, give those heavy roller a chance. This area is one of the poorer part of Antigua. A lot of poor people live in this area. And this is Point. The Point part of St. John's City. And this is on the north side of the town. Yeah. Still seeing the ship over there. As I said, we're going to get close to it, so don't worry. There's nothing to hide. I'll show you everything. So the drain from out of the city travel right through here. Yes, there. And then that's from in the Point area. And this is one from up Dickenson Bay Street, and they all met here and then dumped themselves into the harbor. There's nothing wrong with that. Must drain the land, drain the swamp. Yeah, so here is another roundabout, and for the past couple of years they are doing some development down here. The Chinese are the one that handling the job, and yeah, let me see if I could take my chance and walk my merry way all the way down. Just have to look out for my safety and security. And I think I see places where I can walk without interference. So there's still a lot of construction going on down here. Yeah. And that's the new terminal right there, the new warehouse. So that is where I went to clear my goods. The last time I had to do that, sometime last year. You drive in and you park, and you go through the necessary security and your paperwork, your documentation in order, and they let you in to do your business. See, to drive down here, I won't be able to see much of all this because I cannot pan the camera while it's fixed in the vehicle. But now I can show you all this. I can show you all this with ease. And as I said, today is Saturday, Not so much of a extremely busy day with traffic down here, but there's still construction going on. So, yeah, that's the way house. That's where they store your goods. There was another one before this one, similar in construction, and they break that one down. And I'm going to see what they're erecting in its place. It look as if they were doing something there some time ago. And maybe if they open on Saturday also, they will custom open on Saturday. They will do some great business. People have more time. Okay. So, right. Don't know what this building is going to be used for, but it's not ready yet. And they're still doing construction. And here is where they are connected to the power. Right there. Power circuit. 3-phase, as you can see. And they're taking it from the utility company to do their work. Okay. So, before they opened that new terminal there, all along here was mainly the little custom area for business conduction. And now to see it transform to this, they are doing some work. As a matter of fact, I can still see one or two of the little old hut there that they used to use. Yeah. So, yeah, still buzzing the traffic down here. Heavy equipment. Wonder what's going to happen to this building here. I wonder what's going to happen to the rum factory. This is a rum factory here, people. A distillery. The Antigua distillery. Famous for our local rum. And now, look like they want to bury it right here. They're going to have big issue here whenever it rains. And rain heavy, because the road is higher than some of the entrance loading door there. All that is gone. Oh yes. Yeah. Wow, there's 3 big cruise line in the harbor. See them from right here. I'll get close to them, don't worry. So, this is Rat Island, and half of the hills still remain. Up there is where the parts of the old fort still remain. The artifacts are still there. And so they cut it in half and push the other part down level to build the terminal building. And so right about here that I made my walk was all water or just a little piece of road back in the day. And they used to call that area there where they have that new terminal building Basin. So nobody knows where that is anymore because it's all transformed, and only if you're older If you're young and you want to know, that's where they call that place Wash Hand Basin. And yeah, the terminal building was right here, this stretch, all this container, old terminal building. And exactly that crane is always there, offloading the container. They have moved a bit from there. And we're gonna see what expansion. Yeah, some good drainage they're building here. Massive. Concrete and steel. That's the dream of the day. That's how you build road, concrete and steel. Not powdery dirt that they use on the local street here or the local highway. This is what should be going on. Yeah. Yeah, so folks, this is the food port of Antigua. And they're pouring concrete here. They're pouring concrete, so they had to build their own concrete station and batch out the concrete from there to the trucks. They build it right down here. We pass it along the road up there. And these are Chinese people working, building all day, all night. Impossible. See? Concrete and steel, big hunk of steel. Yeah. Pouring concrete over there. Yeah. A lot of concrete they pour in there. I can get you a little closer in. Yeah. To get a little piece from right here, away from the fence. Yeah. Men at work. It looks like there's a man of war over there also in the background. British man of war. It's a British flag, it's flying there. That looks like the Union Jack, I think. Yes, so folks, I'm on Rat Island. And there are a lot of work still going on here at Rat Island. See? You have all these farm to be buried in concrete. Whether the dog hole or what. Yeah. They still have a lot to do. They're still doing a lot of work down here, folks. This is the Coast Guard down here. This is the Coast Guard down here. That's where they're stationed. And so here is the end of the terminal, and it looks as if they're doing more to take it right out. So it's a bit overcast there. So when you take a walk all the way down here, show you, as I said, had I drove down here, all this would not be possible. All this would not be possible. But here works. Works going on here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so all this area was the old part of the harbor. Yeah. Yes, this is the old part. So it's ended. They haven't gone past here yet, but they are shoring up along this area. That's Fort James over there, folks. Fort James, and this is the channel where the cruise liner will use to go up to the pier. Yes, and this is Ballast Bay also, Deepwater Harbor. That is Ballast Bay. And there seems to be some work also going on over there at Fort James. That's a video for another time. So I'm right down at the end of Rat Island, folks. Promised you I was going to make my journey down here. And yeah, there work's going on. They have a lot to do still. They have a lot of work to do still. And as I make my way back, I'm going to try and keep my video out of the sun. The sun is in the east there, and I'll try and give it the best exposure possible. So, right now, this is uncut. I don't think I have to do any editing on this video. I'm going to just bring it to you straight, showing you exactly what I'm seeing. Look as if we're gonna have a little rain, but I feel no droplets at the moment. So I'm just still walking along my merry way and doing my own thing. It's extremely windy right now, folks. So, as I leave that island, I'm going to get more back into the town area. Trying to get close to those ships over there. I will get close to them. So I'm thinking of saying goodbye to Rat Island now as I cross over from Basin. This used to be a school some time ago, Henry School, and then changed to other names, but this was an old school building. Then I'm going to take my walk along the wharf here. So that was all the way down there where they're doing their stuff. Right, there's a terminal building there. So taking my walk around here now. This is the fisheries. Part of the fishing industry. Show you a look into the harbor. MSCC view. MSCC view. Yeah. And this is a look into the harbor and what is going on here still. What is going on here? Interaction still. Interaction still going on here. Yeah, so they're still judging. think down here is where they call Booby Alley. Booby Alley. So they moving a lot of homes from this area for development. And they're meeting resistance. This is North Street, folks. So I'm gonna go from North Street over to Newgate Street. Good view all around. The Wilkinson Cross, folks. Dickenson cross down in the point. Yeah. Right here is Barnes Funeral Home. Final resting place to sleep off before you book your hotel room out beyond the cemetery. And it's really overcast today, which is a good thing. Not a lot of sunshine bearing down on me, and just a cool walk. And this is Newgate Street, Lower Newgate Street, folks. Yeah. Let me suck on a sweet here. Rattle this paper out. Get some little sweetness in my mouth. Okay. Getting closer and closer to those. Old Massey's house. It's Wapping Lane, folks. It's Wapping Lane right there.
get it.
This is the north side of the old Basin supermarket. There's a big supermarket in Antigua back in the day. And you have Jews right here, part of Jews. Now this is the bottom of Church Street, folks, that I mentioned to you when I was at the top, that it's running right through the churchyard. And right up there, you can see the church gate. So, churchyard gate rather. And I'm at the bottom right now. I'm the west side. I was at the east side when I told you about it first. I'm on the west. So they're going to take some transport to go on some tour around the island. Yeah. Yes, they are moving out to other parts of the island to spend a few hours, and then they will be back here and make their getaway once more to some other island, I believe. So this is what they are on for the past maybe 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Island safari. Sir Henry Morgan.
Good things on the next day.
So there are 4 cruise liners. Yeah. 2 there and 2 right here. This is a busy day today. Good morning, morning. And this is Navy Street, folks. And from here, I'm going to make my way down to the market. So this is Scotch Row, folks, and I'm making my way down to the busiest area of the town on Saturday. This is Tanner Street.
So put it in the same way and make it.
Yeah. So this is the busiest area of the town on Saturday, people. Right down at the market, right here. Food.
I'm alive. I kick it.
Right in the middle of the market, folks. Right in the middle of the market. Right in the middle of the market. Going right through. How far that will go? Hey, Dad. Morning, morning. Local? Local? Locally made? Still local. The original. This is a craft market. Morning, how are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. That's the bus terminal over there. So I'm going to make my way up to the bend down now. They call it Bend Down Boutique. Scan a bit up there and see what's going on. I'm in Michael's Village, people. And I'm winding down. Gonna go on Independence Avenue and then back to vehicle.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
You have video?
Yeah. So I'm on Independence Avenue, folks, and coming up to the monument of Prince Class, right here. So this Prince Class, in 1736, they claim planned an insurrection to kill all the white folks in Antigua. And with that, he was killed with about 87 other Negroes. But I dispute that plan, because in 1710, when they killed Governor Park, when the white mobs killed Governor Park, they were set free by Queen Anne. Not one of them were jailed for killing their own governor. But here, because they heard that Prince Class is the head of a team that they claim planned an insurrection, they were set on fire and killed in Atto's pasture and left in the open sun to even further rot. That's all I would say about Prince Class right now. It's an insurrection that was fake news. And because they were Negroes, they didn't have mercy on them. Like 25 years ago, when they had mercies on the white folks that killed Governor Park in 1710. So, as I exit Prince Class, here I'm going closer to another historical piece of area in St. John's, the Country Pan. In this area you have the Country Pan right here, the West Country Pan, and there's also the East Country Pan. And this is the Government Administration Building. This was erected in 1977. 1977, but before that there was a school here, the girls' school. There was a school right here, and it was burnt down. So that land became vacant, and they built this administration building right here. I can remember, 1977, it was open. So I'm winding down very close to the end of my trail around St. John's. So right here is the Country Pond. So water will flow from the East Country Pond to the West Country Pond. And it's right here. Not of any good use today. And I don't think they know what to do with this. Absolutely not. Don't know if it's full of mud. Can't tell when last they clean it out. And no one planning a clean out and any kind of repair. So day by day these trees, the roots are getting into the wall and further inflict wounds to the surrounding area of the pond. They call it Country Pond, right here in town. So folks, I think I'm gonna cross this road here since the traffic is not coming, and I'm going to say goodbye out of my hike right now. It was a pleasant morning. It was a little hike that I thought of, but never had a real time, whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday, we're going to execute it. So now it has been executed, and I will show it to you right about, well, this is the end, so you will see it. And thanks folks, if you like this video, you give it a like, you share it, and you subscribe, so I can bring you more good video when you like, subscribe, and comment. So here I say goodbye for now.